Good night.
Labour, can we hear from Mr. Vegas, please?
No, Head Cornerstone was here first. Go ahead.
Hey, neighbor, what I say?
Oh, is you?
Yeah, man.
Well, I I didn't know that it was the same. It was the same name. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, man, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm here checking out the conversation, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I think both things can be true. I think Scratchy making some great points. But I also agree with some things that Joshua is saying. I was saying. My concern is the Jamaica Labour Party seems like we're always playing defense. It's like I don't think we're preemptive enough. I don't think we're proactive enough. Case in point, this situation with the 1.8% money spent from the donors. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, the situation with the 1.8% where them spent from the donors' money, the donations. I think that when the argument was being made the other day about the Naira bill, this is something that should have been highlighted as one of the selling points or one of the arguments to go with the conversation that the Jamaica Labour Party was putting forward, why we need Naira bill to be passed or implemented. Because now it comes as a surprise to a lot of people, like, you know, it's just something that, and when you see the headline, it's shocking. If you don't go and look at the details, or if you don't get to listen to the commander, to Commander Gale and stuff like that, then you tend to look at the headline and say like, wow, you know, the amount of money that was donated and the people you know, have roof to fix and some people homeless still, and so that you will come away with that. So when Scratchy say when you look at a flyer, what do you feel, or what do you you know, infer from that? We're not just talking about us when we have more information than the ordinary man or the ordinary voter. We're talking to people where them see the headline and them see it proliferate all over the place. You look on all the blog sites, and you look on all of the outlets, them even outlets I see carrying this story. Where's the music outlets, the entertainment outlets, and they're carrying this story? That means the PNP is basically setting up a task force to get across this type of message to the people, and because it hit a nerve. I'm not sure about them winning an election. I don't even want to put that out in the universe. But what I do know is, as you said earlier on, as you alluded to, they did make some inroad. They won back 14 seats out of the seats that they. That is always going to be the case when you're dealing with people, especially when you're dealing with people who are not, you know, have the intelligence to decipher what is happening. So there's always that in a society when it comes down to politics. Donald Trump used a strategy and got into the White House. So when people say, oh, nobody now listen to this and nobody now, and that now have no impact, I don't agree with that. Because what Donald Trump did when he came into politics or when he ran for president, he came with a lot of misinformation and a lot of you know, playing on emotions and all of that stuff. And this is what the PNP has been doing. I think the biggest problem the PNP has, you know, yeah, is Mark Golding. I just think Mark Golding, you know, is the people not have a connection with him. I think that's the biggest problem, and that's why the Jamaica Labour Party will continue to do well against a Mark Golding. Yeah. So, but I don't rule out, you know, and throw aside and brush aside the urgency what Joshua talked about. But we need to get the message out there, you know, in the spaces. We need to be more proactive. This thing should not hit us as a surprise, because the government, yeah, the government must have been aware of the situation. That, you know, this is something that if when the Auditor General reports something like this and they grab it on the headlines and propagate it all over the place, then, you know, people are gonna grab it, but put it out there. Why we need a Naira bill? Can you imagine that the donations that the people gave to the Jamaican people to look about their business, we cannot even distribute the whatever needs to be distributed because of policies, procurement policies, outdated
in
procurement,
other words,
red tapes and all of them stuff there.
The audit validates the government's argument for
Right.
an hour.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and you're saying that preemptively.
Yes,
this could have been
yes.
included
I
in
do.
the-
I honestly believe that. So when and it is not just this alone, neighbor. It's like I've seen other things like, yo, why we never just highlight them things there. It's like knowing a man have a card in his sleeve in a neighbor. I point it out. So when the card come out, him not get fit do the sleight of hand by you because you point out the card in his sleeve.
Yes.
You understand what I say? Because we know we know when listen, we know that the media houses them against the Andrew Willis-led administration. We know countless amount of influencers against administration. We know these things. So what I'm saying is don't make these things come as a surprise to people. I think this was a chance, an opportunity that was missed. And when Joshua Russo was talking about communication, I think this is one of the things what we need to point out. We have to be more preemptive, neighbor. And from there, I kind of in the space, because politics can be very.
You just go war.
Yeah, I just think politics can be very ugly and I can't bother every day I quarrel with people. I try. Them type of vibe because it comes with that. It's very, very toxic. But I think the people that have, were in charge of this area, I think, there must be a conversation. We need to have a conversation of why these things keep on coming at us and we have to play defense. Where the communication there for this. Me should not hear about this already. This should have been used like, we only were able to this and that. But however, we had some materials that was donated, $400 million worth of material was donated, and that is what we are using until we get permission or whatever we're doing with the money where the people have donated to get to that money. But let the people know. You understand me? I said, don't just leave it up on a little website if that is the case, or leave it up on a little area of the government knows about it. And when it comes down, everybody come. The damage already done.
So address the.
Listen to me. Yes, when a man hungry and want food, neighbor. I don't even know much we can say to the man there, neighbor.
Yeah.
No matter how intelligent you want to be and how articulate you want to be. When a man have no roof on him house and him get a headline like this and him hear like this, you may lose that voter. And I don't
may lose that voter.
You may lose that voter.
You may lose that voter.
What I'm saying? Yeah. So no matter how we want pretty it up and say we get third term, it's so scratchy, the respect. It sounds like we're comfortable. It's like, we win 3 elections straight and we're good. People them can just take them for granted and we don't have to go forward and do the town hall meetings and we don't have to be preemptive. We don't have to have the communication task force to counter all of these outlets we're always in attack. We act as if we don't have 28 member of parliament from the PNP in a parliament. And every day they go in there, them put forward lies, them put forward misinformation. Miss Dolly Body, she's a key component when it comes down to that something there. To the share talk about people get tax write-off and them things there. So we have to be very, very careful. We get too comfortable and now realize that these people think that them have 28 people in a government or in a parliament. Them things are basically them are core on the country. Them things are them basically in charge as well. You have to understand that. And we have to be more in attack mode. Mark Golden, them hide the hurricane relief donation there that they don't want to tell nobody about it. And everybody was just so tight-lipped and we don't have the communication and that and press him about it. And with the money they will collect till the man come tell you same collect flimsy like a 3.9 and it just dead. It just dead, this big political party, this big manly political party. I tell me, say them go collect $3.9 million and it just dead. So, Master Brother, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like we're always in a defense. And can you imagine Andrew Willis collect the JLP collect some money and I hide it from the people. Oh, we can't tell them how much, and we have to wait until the end of the year, the end of the give an annual report on what we do with the money. And then you come tell the people you collect $3.9 million. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, I understand Joshua energy. I may also understand Scratchy, but we don't want Scratchy get it wrong and think so we must get comfortable, because that can be detrimental to the party and to the future of Jamaica. You have to understand that, and don't forget, we missed this thing, this disaster was struck Jamaica. If this had happened before the election, maybe we would have been singing a different tune now. If you understand that, So I don't want people to take this thing for granted. Jamaica go through a wicked thing, a wicked disaster, and people are still homeless and people still need it and all of these things. And the best time when people choose to play on people's emotion is when they're in need.
Yes, the fear factor can even push you out of power.
Yeah, man, we cannot take that for granted and realize that we're dealing with a situation where people are suffering. And when these type of headlines task force and they say, okay, so we have something to latch on here too. And why them can latch on to it, Mr. Neighbor? Because we had the information and we know this was gonna, we must know so this was gonna, I don't care how smart you are. You must know so them are gonna use this against you. So why is it a surprise?
Yeah.
This should have been talked about. And I really, really think we dropped the ball on it, brother. And that is why I wanted to come on and reason with you about that still.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vegas. I really appreciate that. Because you see, I don't think a while ago it was understood what I put forward. Because I mean like the fire. I'm not
jump. Sorry, Protectinja. May I jump off? Your neighbor, bless up yourself, yeah?
Take care.
All right, Vegas.
Cool.
I'm not talking about 1 p.m. Me not talk about we go keep press conference. In my city that I live, whenever there is a bill to do anything, the congressman or the city council member have community meetings to discuss the bill before the bill even go before the city council go debate. You see, politics is warfare. Preemptive strikes save lives in warfare. Preemptive strikes has a place. You have to put enough sensible information out there so that people can understand what it is you're doing. I mean, now come off of this, If it's a dead ass and him now go raise, me now come off of it. Because I know that I am speaking the truth. You tell me something. You in a battle, you in a competition. How does it feel for always to come from the back foot? How it feel to always be coming from behind? Did you know that the person who is running from behind have to exert more energy than the person who already a lead? Who's the race where they are with Ilian? Because Ilian a come from back. She have to turn on the big engine. And it is now feared that she injured herself across the line. Do we understand what we're doing? Everything what Scratchy say right, Nothing wrong with Scratchy say. 10 things can be true at the same time. But we have to begin. The Prime Minister himself recognized that the politics in Jamaica needs to change. And he says that he will be leading the charge, changing the way we approach politics in Jamaica. What kind of politics? We need to communicate with the people. But we need a system to do that. Okay, it look like not now. But don't we see the playbook of the PNP already? We don't see them. We don't see what they're up to. So since we know what the PNP are going to do, why don't we preemptively take up the issues, present them out there to the people? Okay, Mr. ODPM, man, have to spend the evening on radio. I explain. Say the money never spent because they got a significant amount of donations in material. So then they use half the material first. So you use up the material instead of you go take money out of money where people donate. You go buy material when material did they already. Why this could not be done before? The people them couldn't know this before. Now, I am sure that the party have to go play some cleanup when the PNP done with this for the rest of the week going into the weekend. Come on, man, a competition we in. If you come a competition, prepare to compete. Prepare to compete. What kind of nonsense is this? I know I am right. I know I am right. Communicate. Me no mean go out there where everything PNP say you go have a public spot. That's not what I'm talking. We couldn't go talk about that when I am the one who is supporting the Prime Minister remaining silent. Hello. I was the first man who tell Seymour Panton Umo Tread make up in brief when they started to attack the Prime Minister. Okay? I supported the fact that the Prime Minister remained silent. Who no know me pious or who no know me yet? Or who just get introduced to me? I led the battles. See Kizzy Panya now. I can't ask her. I mean the general will lead the whole of the fight them. Fi cow down the IC. I know what I'm talking about. And we must see it as something important. You can't be in a competition. Hello, if you are playing football and you're 4 goals down, psychologically you lose already. You think it easy if you find 5 goals to come win one game? You're 4 goals down. Where you gonna find 5 to come win the game? Psychologically, you're done. We have to be realistic. If, again, neighbor, you have always used Lee Kuan Yew, and the people who know me always hear me use Singapore and Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew did not want to run the risk of leaving any loophole for nobody challenge nothing that he wanted to implement. So what did he do? Every policy he develop Singapore, he went and meet with the people and discuss it with them. This is what we're planning to do. This is a policy we have developed. This policy is going to do this, and we want you to come with us. This is where we're going to end up. This is the destination. And he carried the people along. And what does that do? It makes it easier to govern. If you are governed, and every minute you have to go stop now because something has spoiled out a road because it get too bad and you never pay attention to it earlier. And you have to go stop now to fix it up and correct it. Or you have to change the plan in the middle of the plan because you left too much space out there for an opposition to run rings around you. It happened before. We must learn from history. The Prime Minister himself said it after him win September 3rd. This term is not going to do the same thing that he did last term, and he said it clearly. We allowed the misinformation and disinformation to stand too long before we started to push back. He said it, and him said so. That means he recognized the danger of it and the damage that it did. We have to be careful. And I am happy that Mr. Vegas come up and support the argument that says we must, yes, Joshua, and we must take it as something important. We are putting forward policy prescriptions for the problems in our country. Bring the people along. Once you get the people involved from the developmental stage of the policy, then it will be easier to govern. But if you left the space give the PNP, then we're running around you, and the time that you should be spending to govern, you have to go spend that time there, map up and a clean up and a fix up.